What's up, everybody? Today we're gonna be looking at 60 big blind under the gun versus cutoff. So this is gonna be the under the gun strategy across all boards. So as we see here, not really much betting on like 9 high boards or lower. Like we bet 40% or less of the time, so that's probably equity driven. Also notice how we just use bigger size on these lower boards. When we bet on these type of texture, we're gonna blast it almost every time. And now here, whenever we get a 10-eye board, we start to check a little bit more, but the only good texture for us as the under the gun seems to be the king eye textures. So the king is gonna be probably a good key card for the under the gun here. But these are neutral at best. And now let's have a quick look. At this one. With the root. Alright, so this one is out of position, under the gun versus cutoff. So let's look, if we look at pair board based on the pair card. Pair board are a little bit better. We ended up betting pair boards 35% of the time. Mostly ace eye, king eye, and 10-eye pair boards that we bet a lot. As we see on 9-eye boards, we don't really do any betting. Queen is not so good here. For the under the gun. On straight boards, let's see. On straight boards, the king is still the best. 8-eye straight boards, we almost pure check. That's funny. So strategy is kind of easy here. Whenever you have like a 10 or above, you can bet a little bit. If it's a king, we range bet. And then most low boards, we just are gonna play very passively. Ace high wheels, we check a lot. Low connected, we pure check. Monotone boards, we almost range check. Now, if we look at in position strategy. In position. In position is betting the lower the board is, the more he bets small. The higher the board is, the less he bets. It's very clean here.
But he bets big on the higher boards if he does.
Yeah, on ace side boards, if we bet, we always bet big. So some really interesting stuff here. So as in position, when we bet on ace high board, it's always big. The higher the board, the less we bet. And then pair boards. We mostly check them back more than 50% of the time.
Sorry, did you just say the higher the board, the less you bet?
Yes, for in position, look at this.
Yeah.
The higher the board, the less we bet. And on a side board, we only have one side, like we're only using big size.
But we're also checking a lot, right?
Yeah,
Yeah. When we do bet, we're betting big.
it's like this is equity driven. It's probably all aces.
Yeah, when Louis said the less we bet, he meant the less often we bet.
Yeah. Like if we're betting an ace in position, we want to be betting big, not small, right?
Now notice how monotone boards there, we are nowhere near range betting. We're checking 70% of the time here on these textures. Pretty crazy. And this one,
Is that because the under the gun raise is gonna have, yeah, he's gonna have more nut flushes in his range, isn't he? Of course, the early position raise is gonna have more of the nut flushes.
yeah, but if we look at like the out of position strategy on monotone boards, he's checking a lot as well.
Yeah,
So both, like he's checking even more, 75% of the time. So I think like in position here, we're just playing extreme caution because we're against like a really nice and tight range. Right, if we look at the starting range as well, this is gonna be the under the guns range at 60 big blinds, so we don't have any offsuit tens. So no surprise that all the 9 high or lower boards are not good for out of position. As we see here. In position, overview,
oh, I see, that's right, you said don't bet them, right,
yeah.
that makes sense.
This one is in position. We wanna see out of position overview. Yeah, look at the 9 high boards, how much checks we have here. So it's
That's
funny,
in,
my guess is that if we play a spot as under the gun and we see bet for whatever reason and a king comes, king is gonna be a key card for the under the gun. If the king pairs, for example, it's gonna be really good for us. If the king high board with a straight are the best. So clear key card for king here for under the gun. And then it seems like this is gonna be the flatting range for in position. So it's surprising because he's not really strong in these part of the tree, but he has a lot of suited tens and suited nines.
right,
Like good board coverage overall. Alright, let's give it a shot. What do you wanna do here?
See, bet small.
So
Yeah.
overview, the heuristic here is the lower the board, the more we can range bet small. This is 7 high. We have an ace high. Do we wanna check more with these? Or we wanna bet? How do you structure like all of your ace high type of hands? I would check ace king, ace queen, ace jack of spade. I believe I'm betting all the lower ones. How do you structure it?
Our hand, at this point of view, at this specific time, we don't actually have anything other than ace high, which, but it does actually carry some showdown value. With 2 overcards and the backdoor flush draw, we should probably check it, right?
Barry, my question is ace king suited to ace deuce suited. How do you structure this range? Which part of your range bets? Which
Ace
part?
four, ace five, ace six, ace seven bets.
Yes,
I think ace 10,
Ace three bets,
yeah,
ace eight bets.
yeah,
Ace king, ace queen, ace jack can check.
yeah, I think the ace 10 suited checks too, right? And maybe the ace 9.
does ace 10 really,
Ace nine bets.
does ace 10, well, I mean, I think ace 10 is kind of that weird corner case. Does it really have showdown? If it goes like checks all the way through, how much? We have like that much showdown value?
No, but we've also got a backdoor flush draw
Yeah,
to the nuts.
You're still ahead of all the king high and queen high that this guy has too, though, right? So it's okay.
Let's see how we structure our flush.
But he's gonna bet that he's.
yeah,
gonna
but
bet
at some point, the king high
High at
stuff's
some
gonna
point.
bet. We're never, that stuff's never gonna get. to-
Yeah,
That's really good. I think we nailed it. All the low ones want to raise more. Then ace twos want to call. And then all the higher ones Are
Check.
more like checking, so this ace ten is mixing 50-50. Cool.
Was
Okay.
that two spade hands or just single spade hands?
Single, that's the flush draws.
The other thing is with the
backdoor
10. The other thing is with the 10 over the 9. I know this is quite specific, but if a 10 comes, we can expect to have the best hand. Right? And if a 9 comes, he's not likely to have many 9s. Not really. He's gonna have some, the suited ones, but we're gonna have him dominated if the 10 did come. So I like the idea of checking the 10 and betting the 9.
Yeah. So we're gonna call here, I guess. He checks. What do we do now?
Well, this is kind of a better card for our range, isn't it? And we're in position.
Bet, 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 bet.
Yeah.
And bet, and since it went twice, bet large rather than small.
I would
Size up.
check. I would check.
Yeah, I think size up. Yeah.
Okay, it's betting most of the time.
Is it because after a check raise, he needs to barrel a lot? When he checks, it's basically a give up.
Probably has to, but on that 9, it's not a good card for him, is it?
Yeah, he doesn't have a lot of eights in his range there, so
Yeah, like his range when he barrels.
You should be mostly betting that way. And when he does not, it's like ace high, king high, queen high.
So make him. Does he have a check raise range?
No, it does not.
Pocket nines, check raise.
Yeah, pocket
What?
nine, one hand, pocket seven.
Jacks, some. Those are so all the sets basically.
Yeah, he check raise with 9s on the flop and then check raise again when he hit it.
King eight with the backdoor diamonds. Alright, this one here.
I think this is a pure check, right? Because this hits his range more than it does ours. And you know, we want to catch our 5. Plus the ace might have some showdown value. We don't want to get blown off for this.
So you
I'd
would,
say it's a pure check, this one.
but what do we think about king eye boards for
We like them
under the gun?
Under the gun likes them, yeah.
and we're under the gun. We like it. And we have. a
Oh, I
draw.
see. Sorry, it's switched round now. Yeah, I see. Yeah, no, we should definitely bet.
Let's give it
I
a
think we
look.
can bet small here.
Ooh, look at this. And then here, after we
We can
bet, and we-
polarize or
We've got to
Yeah.
fire big, right?
if we fire big, we get better ace size to fold.
I agree.
Yeah,
And we still have a draw.
Is this a pun?
It
and we
didn't
could
stop
still
with
hit
a
an
draw.
ace.
104.
Yeah.
It's
Check.
not a pun.
Probably. Yeah, it's gonna be barreling huge or checking.
Alright. I think we have to fold now, though.
Yeah,
Oh,
I think he got us off our equity.
he's
okay.
freeze.
He got us off for cheap.
But he did get us off our equity. We had real equity.
Yeah, not much, but we had some.
4 outs.
Yeah.
It's more than 2.
We had ace 4 of, may sound dumb, but if we had ace 4 of spades there, do we barrel that in the same way?
Yeah. Except we
Think
call
We
so.
it.
can check
Except
here.
we, yeah. Okay.
Yeah. I think this is a pure check. But saying that, wait a minute. Is this a pure check? Are we actually check? Are we gonna check call him with a 9 here on this board?
We're in position.
Turn.
So we just check and see a turn card.
Yeah,
We don't hate a jack. We don't hate a king.
But what we hate is that if we bet and get call or raise, it's never gonna go good. It's never gonna go well, right?
Yeah,
Yep.
we don't even want to get called, like,
Yep.
and we have some marginal value.
Yeah, we're better off keeping his bluffs in and just
Yeah,
taking our marginal hand to showdown here.
I
We-
agree.
We can't get value from a six here, right? So we just check.
No.
Ace six suited, maybe.
Now,
Yeah.
this is where. Do we get greedy here?
I probably would just do a donk bet.
I think I was just
On the
check.
donkey.
I think it would check because would it ever want to turn sevens into a bluff here if we bet?
No.
What are we trying
have
to get
go
value from?
From it,
like-
from ace highs, from anything else other than a queen or a 10, we should definitely bet. He hasn't gone for value on any street. It's a mistake to check here. Complete mistake to check here. You can get called by worse in this situation. He checked all three streets.
Will he ever turn those
Can't
hands?
he just have a 10?
You can have a 10.
He can
He
have
could have
a,
a 10.
he can have ace five, ace four, ace six,
Can't
ace.
he
and
have
then if
like
pounds.
queen eight suited?
He can have ace jack. What do you think he's gonna do with ace king after check, 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 check? We bet small.
He's gonna
Yeah,
call
he's
one
gonna
bet.
call. He's gonna
What
call
do, you,
it.
what do you think he's gonna do with ace six suited,
gonna-
ace five suited?
Gonna call.
Hopefully hero call.
He'll call one bet.
No, this is the solver. He's gonna check raise you.
Yeah, this is the fear, right?
Oh my
What do you think?
goodness.
What do you think he's gonna do
Alright,
with
Alright,
ace
I'm
king? I
checking.
think he's
No
gonna-
way, Louis. Don't you check.
No, no,
No
Sam,
way can you check on this board. He's
Sam
checked three
convinced me.
streets.
This guy's gonna check raises with like,
It doesn't matter. We still have to go for value.
if he has 7-9, he's gonna check raises.
Alright, bet call it off. Let's see.
Oh my
Now, being
No,
God.
honest,
I
What
think
size are we going?
Oh my god,
Small.
bet call. That's so savage. He's gonna show you like pocket queens.
small bet. That's all we need to make.
Bet pot.
That's terrible, Barry.
We got him to fold. Look, the same hand.
We're gonna fold the chop. Look at that, brilliant.
we need a 10 to minimum to bet for value here. I
Yeah,
don't think it makes
I
sense.
agree. It's good checking from this.
How come
I'm
he
greedy.
doesn't have
100%.
flop nines?
Louis, can we take a look at his calling strategy on the river when we bet?
Maybe we
I got
can,
him to fold nines, didn't I?
Yeah. The question is, does he start folding any tens? Like, I don't think he will.
I don't think so.
No, he's
No.
gonna call you with a 10.
I'm just trying to get paid by a six. Maybe it's just like extreme greed.
You're not getting called by a six. if you
He's
don't get
not
called by
gonna
a
call
nine.
you with a 6. How many times have you played against this guy and you thin value back and he check raise you on the river with like
Almost
third
every
pair?
time. Almost.
Yeah.
You think so?
So bet 50.
I don't know. I can't believe the solver's saying that there's no thin value bet on the river. I can't believe it.
We need a 10.
We need a 10. That's what I said. You need a 10 to thin value bet.
Okay, but if the guy's checked all three streets and he hasn't even bothered to go for even a value for his 10 on the river, why are we checking behind?
Oh, he's folding with a size. I thought he would call sometimes when we bet 50, we reopen the action. I thought.
He's
it was
not calling.
I
I'm
thought
telling you, he's not calling you with worst ace high, and he's gonna check raise you with like fourth pair. That's
Yeah, look, ace four is just like
Oh my
just
god.
putting it in your face.
Oh my god.
Exactly, right? Like no, I mean against population, against
yes,
most-
against
yes,
population, this works.
against the solver, this never works because the solver's always going to bluff bottom pair, always, always, and it's gonna.
Well, he's not gonna always bluff it, but he has a frequency of turning those hands into a bluff. So, what's the point
Exactly.
of bluffing here?
Yeah, no, exactly. When I say always, I mean like the
And-
bluffs are almost always gonna come from like he's gonna have the frequency of bluffs that's gonna be nines a really rough like bet.
So I think like
Well-
you could thin value bet like a 10, like queen jack, and hope he check raise you and call it off.
And he thinned out, he check raise bluffs bottom pair because it blocks our two pair as opposed to check raise bluffing. I mean, because nines is better than bottom pair in some sense.
It
It's
is
not
interesting
blocking
to
the
note
bottom
that he,
pair.
I'm asking why.
It's blocking you from having a set. it's always good idea to have like a little bit of like the third and fourth pair on the river facing a thin value bet and be able to turn those into a bluff. Because when you call, it's never good. Like how many times have you faced like a 30 to 50% pot bet on the river when you're playing online that they're not value betting like a weak top pair? It's never good. Your hand is never good. So
Right, but so is your, but so is your ace high hand is never good, but you don't bluff
yeah,
that.
but
saying
you
it's
wanna
not good because it bluff.
yes,
Can
you
I
wanna
just say one other thing? If you're
Yeah.
willing to call a bet on the river here, which we are, right? We're gonna call the bet if he bets right with the nines, yeah?
Yeah,
So if
because he
we're
has all
willing
his.
to, so if we're willing to call it, then why aren't we willing to bet for thin value on the river in
Because
position?
bluffs don't call thin value and bluffs get called by thin value.
Yeah, like he has missed spades there and stuff that shows down that just will have no value, right? Like he's gonna have
No,
70.
I think we're a little off here. We're willing to go for thin value, but it has to be like a pair on the board, like the second pair on the board.
Yeah.
Nines is like 1 pip off. It's very close, but I think it's 1 pip off. And if
I'm gonna rinse him.
But it's also six combo, like when you have a 10, it's also six combos of him, six combos of like more values you get, right? It's which is like when you're trying to get thin value, isn't trivial.
So on that board though, if you're gonna bet a 10 and he's gonna fold pocket nines, are you actually really getting any more thin value for opening up the chance to be check raised to get value from a better
Yeah, but
10?
when you
Or
bet
a
a
worse
10, when you bet a 10, you're blocking him from pocket tens. When you bet pocket nines, you're not blocking him from anything. So there's a less chance that he has a stronger hand, and there's less chance that he will turn something into a bluff when you bet a pair on the board.
And that's why you just don't bet.
Yeah.
Hold on. You made a statement I don't understand. You said, when you bet a pair on the board, he's less likely to turn something into a bluff. That part of the statement.
He's less likely to like if he had 10-8 suited, he might turn that into a bluff. But if you block that 10, he's less likely to have that hand. It decreases his chance. It's a blocker thing.
Why would he turn 10-8 into a bluff when 10-8 is clearly marginally
I
negative?
don't know, man. It's the solver, man.
Okay,
I think we're going into it a bit too deeply, to be honest, don't we, really? I mean, the solver's saying we should check there. I would have put a bet out there and I would have gotten the fold.
But
same
yes,
hand.
in real game, if you're playing like $5 to $20 game, go ahead and bet the nines. You're gonna get called by ace high.
What size do we
Exactly.
go for here? Anybody checking?
yeah,
What
it's
was it?
top set. We can check it.
Isn't this a check raise? Check raise?
I would bet 65 here. If we look at the 8
Why?
strategy, because we are checking almost every time, we are betting big sometimes, so. You know, I wanna find big bets. This is one of the hands that I wanna kind of size up for value.
Yeah, we've got the nuts. We're supposed to
I would
size up
bet
with big
55.
draws and the nuts, right?
You guys wanna try the check raise?
No, I think 65. I agree
I
with
don't
you,
like
Louis.
I
What do you
I
wanna
don't
do,
care.
Sam?
Like any option is good. Any option is good.
We need to go for value. We need
What
to
do you wanna
start
do?
building the pot this deep.
I was sizing up. Yeah, spot on.
And checking.
Checking is.
It
So
does
it's
mostly check.
It's not betting small. It's either betting big or checking.
Yeah,
Polarized.
I think now I would check.
What?
oh, no, keep betting.
No. Yeah, bet.
149 or 230?
Uh,
I like 149.
was
Because
149,
we
Wait a
have-
minute.
149 lets us get it in on the river.
Let's check.
We
or
have this
230?
board. See, we have this board locked up.
Ah, so check.
Yeah,
And then on this river.
Now you just go for
Stuffing? it?
Yeah. Yeah.
shove, that's what we made.
go
it big.
for all of it.
No, it's betting small.
Yeah, because what,
We block like the pair. card.
yeah, I mean, like what hands are you hoping to get called when you jam? Like, it's literally gotta be what?
10,
Ace
10.
six,
Tens, tens, nines, that's it, right?
six,
45.
what
Six
is it?
Yeah, I'll see your point, because he hasn't got aces or kings, has he? So
Nope.
you're right.
Yeah,
Jack sometimes.
like there's just not a lot of strong hands in his range, so it's probably better to bet small there and like let him try something crazy.
Maybe sometimes if we bet small, he catches.
What happened?
these because he has the straight blocker.
Yeah, exactly,
Yeah.
right?
What happened if you check the turn? What's the action on the river? If you look into the
If we do that, which is,
I think if you check, you don't allow him to take turn fives or fours into a bluff, which is kind of what you're hoping he does.
I'll see the point with the small bet on the river though, because he hasn't got many nut combinations, has he?
Yeah,
and
I
then
mean,
he's capable of bluffing. So
yeah,
there you go.
Sixes-
There's your bait.
yeah, because most of the sets would have already raised. The two pairs probably would have raised. Like if he had 8-6 there, like I mean that raises. I don't
Yeah.
even know if he could even have 8-6, depending on the combos.
Yeah,
So
he's gonna be slow playing a set of threes if he turned it. That's the only thing he has.
exactly, right? I mean, so
almost
you're really
double
like,
no matter what, anyway.
It would be a small bet on the river if we check the turn.
And what does he do? And if we do check the turn, does he ever bet his fives?
If we check the river and the
No, we
turn,
check the turn. We check the turn. What does he do with his fives?
he mix.
Mixes, so sometimes he bets.
Oh, so he bets a lot when we check here. So
Yeah.
that's why we wanna check the turn because half of his bluffs, all of his bluffs are gonna spaz.
Okay, and when he does it, are we check raising the turn or are we trying to keep him bluffing?
And on the flop, when we bet big, I'm assuming we're betting hands like Jack 9, Jack 10, Queen 10, those kind of hands, right?
Yeah.
I
So
don't think.
just calling eights if we let him bet small, we're just still slow playing.
We slow play it. Okay,
Whoever said about whoever said about check raising, I don't think we are check raising if he's doing the firing, are we?
We're just check calling.
Yeah, we're hoping he's gonna get out of line completely, right?
What about here?
This is just shit.
Is it?
queen is not,
It's not good boards. He's supposed to be checking on a lot of queen boards. We saw the chart, didn't we? But we've only got twos. I think we got to just check and try to
think
hit our two.
I think we called a set mine and we didn't hit a set.
Yeah, we were set
Yeah.
mining and we didn't hit a set, so give
Yeah.
up.
Yeah, and we might.
We don't
and
even
we
do
still,
some spades, check.
yeah,
No, I
we still
actually
might hit
think-
it.
I think this is trash enough. I might just bet it.
And what if we have?
But
the spade?
when we check, we're set mining and getting one more card for free.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
To be honest, I think
the
both
deuce
plays
of
are close.
spade is not even good.
Both plays are close. Because if you've got no spade, you could bet this small, and if he folds, great, or you check and try and hit it too.
We're supposed to bet. We're supposed to bet around half the time when he checks here, right? Based on GTO, like what's the heuristic on that? What kind of hands do we bet?
Check,
Yeah.
Tristan. I'm on team check.
No.
Never, never.
Our hand couldn't really improve, so I guess we should have bet it. We didn't have a spade.
I got
No, 'cause
suckered by the
when-
free card.
When we improve, it's not even that good because the flush comes in and he has like a shit ton of them.
Yeah.
Oh, no, there's still one deuce that's good. We have
Plus, he
out.
could
Yeah,
already have us beat. Plus, he could already have us beat with a set or overpair. So, mate, the checking's good. Sorry, betting's good. If we get a lot of information.
What?
I
His nut
actually,
hands are just calling.
Small bet.
Okay.
It's good.
can you check on the flop? I actually think if we have a low pair with no spade, we bet it because when the spade come in, we don't really block his flush draws. But if we have a higher pair, say like when we have tens or jacks with no spade, we would actually check it. Because when the flush comes in, it actually blocks him from having a stronger flush that he's more likely to have. That's what I think would happen on the flop.
Interesting. It seems to be the case. We bet more without the spade.
Yeah.
And then if
Yeah.
you go up like Jack,
Wow.
Cause it
Because
could,
our hand can't really improve, so it's
yeah, it's
almost
one of the
like
worst
turning
hand.
it-
It's literally bottom of our range with no showdown value. So might as well
the
bet it.
more you want to bet it with a spade. Is that true? If you go up to like tens and jacks,
No, it seems to be only the like jacks, yeah. But not nines. Like everything between nines and threes seems to be mixing. Does not
Okay.
seem to like a suit or the other more. But the higher you get, the more you'll want the spade.
yeah,
Okay, are
I
we?
think
because it's more likely.
I think when our hand can't improve, like the seven, the bare naked seven earlier, that we should just be betting small.
I mean,
Let's bet now.
just turn it into a bluff, I guess.
Well,
Yes.
it almost is, isn't it? He checks, we bet, because we're not worried if he goes over the top or anything like that.
Right,
Our
we
hand-
fold it.
Yeah, we're not, it's not gonna improve at all.
Yeah, bet 65.
Jack's
I-
Jack's a good
Pot.
Jack's a good card for his range. We should check here, right?
Yeah, it
I'm
is a good
checking
card.
here.
I'll just bet pot.
I
Oh
think
my
we should check.
God.
We should check, Louis, 100%. We made a mistake on the flop anyway, because we should have bet it.
I want to compound
No.
my mistakes and bet
Yeah.
pot.
Never.
Mistake.
65 in your face.
You should have bet the flop.
Barry, team net is not winning.
Now we
pot.
gotta,
Now we check.
now we just gotta overbet shove. I mean,
I'm
like
getting-
what else
I'm
are we gonna do
getting-
here?
No,
We're
Jack
never
two.
checking.
I'm getting too nitty.
I think everyone punted at some point.
What? We just dodged pocket tens.
Overbet.
Yeah, pocket tens
I
with the
just soul read the solver.
pocket tens with the 10 of spades. That's gonna be like a 400 chip punt if we get greedy.
Yeah.
I wonder what it would have said. Yeah, I wonder what it would have said if we were like bet the flop there. Would it have said bet the turn? Keep going.
It wants us to bet every street there. First street for small and then pot.
Wait a minute.
Gotta turn-
Hold on.
Just to
Turn our hand into a
go
bluff.
right into its stands.
Check.
No, Louis, once we bet the flop and we get called, we give up, right?
Yeah, we
If
do.
anytime we bet, we should
Surely.
check. If
Yeah, because we
bet-
haven't got no spade draw, have we? We've got no draw, have we? Surely we're not. I mean, what are we saying? That we're gonna turn twos into a complete bluff on 3 streets and ship it on the river?
No, we're supposed to bet once. Any-
Seems a bit wild.
Okay, yeah, no, hang on, no, we're not supposed to bet once, I'm sorry.
No, we keep betting
We are going pot, 2/3 here.
on the, after betting on the pot, slip on
Yeah,
the flop.
no, I mean, it makes
Wow.
sense because we're gonna,
We are trying to dust the stack here.
Alright, and what are we doing? on the
Okay,
river?
so bet 65 and then see what we do on the river.
So
What do you
we're
think
we're
we're
double
doing?
barrel. We're double barreling them with twos. That's what we're
Yes,
saying.
are we triple barreling?
6 of clubs.
Wow.
We
I
have
got-
like 0 showdown, right? So like, do we just have to go all in?
No, but you have to big bet. Like it's gonna big bet.
No, we give up.
Sometimes you can.
It
Yeah.
checks. I
I
thought we
want
give up on the
to. I
river.
want to point out that ripping it has the highest E EV.
yeah, like
Five
if you
chips,
get there with this,
400.
yeah, if you get there with twos, you probably do need to rip it sometimes, just
I'm pretty sure
because.
when we rip it, pocket tens has to fold here
Does he fold the tens on the river?
for
Of
sure.
course.
Yeah, if
How
if
can
you
Pocket
you-
tens with a spade would fold. I don't know.
Mostly folds.
How can he call with a 10 and jack on the board and you're all in on the red? He can't.
This is the solver.
It knows
Oliver
we're
needs
doing
to go
crazy
play like
things with
high
twos.
stakes, dude. Seriously, that is gangster.
Did he?
I don't mind the double barrel so much, but So, yeah, I think I'll give up after that. And you might win at showdown anyway.
Louis, it went by too fast. How often does he call the tens on the river?
Never.
Almost never.
Yes.
If we jam all in, he never calls. If we
Yes.
just bet like one the pot or some very big size, he calls with the spade.
And none of us were playing that way,
The only-
right?
Those hand history.
I'm naturally punting off with deuces here. Believe
One
me.
thing I will say though, we know for a fact, right? He knows that we know that he hasn't got jacks, or he knows we ain't got jacks or queens in our range. That's the problem. So you might get someone make a hero call there, because he knows we haven't got that, because we would have re-raised.
Yeah, but we could
Yeah,
have
right,
a
yeah.
jack or a queen.
Really?
Yeah, but we're not going to punt off a whole stack there with that, are we? Would we?
No.
King, queen, maybe.
To bet here with the spade, like
Queen
maybe
jack we are, but
maybe 30% of the time, like 30-40% of the time.
What are we doing here? Eights with the eight of spades.
I think we're allowed to bet here.
I think we check.
I like a check.
The ace high
I
boards
think
were
there's going to be frequencies of betting and checking.
the ace high boards were a lot of checks or big bets, right? Like it wanted to bet big when it bet.
Yeah, so I don't think eights would be a hand we would want. Well, would eights be a hand we would want a big bet though?
Jamie, try to press the button.
But overall, how we're betting like a little bit more than 30% here, right?
Oh.
I'm thinking.
Oh, so you're letting me make the decision. Oh, God.
Let's punt once.
Yeah.
You want to
Cut
let
the
me
hat.
punt?
Yeah, let's see how you go. That's a bad start.
It's mixing between betting and checking.
But you won. Good job.
How often are we betting?
Betting small half of the time.
With this hand, half of the time, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because we
Okay,
have,
so it is a small bet. Oh, yeah, it is a small bet because we have because this kind of smashes our range.
So against pocket deuces, we're gonna check call here on the flop, and then we're gonna probably check and then mix folds on the turn. And then on the river, we're gonna call them down 10% of the time.
yeah,
This
Sounds
is
like
a
a
strange
plan.
one.
you can try
Oh.
deal a new hand.
Okay.
I'm surprised we weren't betting big on that flop, because it smashes our range. I don't get it.
No, because he has a lot of ace. We wouldn't bet big on this flop. When you open and then you face in position caller on an ace high flop, you almost always bet small.
Yeah.
I'll be right back, just a second.
Oh, I think that's not true. I think that we bet big most of the time, just not with that hand. I think that's what we saw in the chart.
Yeah. Yeah, we should bet small there, and hopefully he folds out. If he calls, we're probably gonna have to give up, right?
Oh yeah, if you have ace king there, then it's a big bet, right? Yeah.
Yeah, because most of our bets there are polarized. We have the ace or we don't.
Yeah.
And the few that we bet the other way, is some, yeah.
I think we could roll it here and bet like 50% on the time. I think this makes similar with
Volume
the,
protection. Bet small.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think this
Okay.
is. Yeah, I think this is a pretty clear small bet. We would bet with our range a lot. Yep, it likes mixing check and small bet, but
Yeah. There's probably both as good. There's some of these plays are close, aren't they?
Mhm.
I would bet it just for protection.
Yeah. The hand plays easier when you bet.
Yeah.
loading.
That's a horrible spot with their mates, because if he calls you with the twos, you've almost got to check and give up, haven't you? And he wins with twos
Mm-hmm.
in that previous hand.
Yep.
I mean, that's how I would play it, but
Yep, we're not betting again.
no.
Pretty stonesy to call with deuces on ace jack X though.
Yes, it is.
Because I mean, there's not going to be a lot of good turn cards for you.
There's 0 good turn cards for you.
But he is in position to float, which he probably should do.
Yeah.
10,
It's
7.
not. It is still ballsy because even if he hits a 2, he could still be behind.
Check
I
call.
like checking here.
I don't think he should be calling with a 2, should he? To be
I
fair.
like betting here.
That's 65.
I like
Yeah.
betting.
Yeah.
30.
No, I bet 30 more often.
Bet 30 more often.
Yeah.
Yeah,
65.
but
30 keeps our range wide still. Like if we have king queen here, queen jack, probably like jack 9, queen 9, queen 8, jack 8 suited. Like we're gonna bet small. So having an ace here when to bet small is really nice,
Mhm.
especially when we have a
Also-
queen.
Yeah, it also might size up if there's a flush draw on board too.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
this is a pretty dry board. I mean, I'm just thinking there that like we get so many worse ace X's. Well, actually, there's really not that many if you think about it. Not as many as you think, because ace 10's 2 pair, ace 7's 2 pair, ace 4's 2 pair. So yeah. No, I mean, I think small bet makes more sense.
We only have 1 pair at the end of the day as well. So
Yeah,
Probably-
it's more about the fact that we don't get as much value as you think you do, and to the bigger bet, maybe if he folds 2s, maybe he's even folding stuff like 5s and 6s there.
yeah.
That means now you're getting a bunch of you're getting a bunch of his value hands to fold.
But it also means that you get to bet larger with your bluffs and then they succeed more, but yeah.
This
Yeah.
is an easy
Yeah.
bet.
Bet,
Easy bet.
what's small?
Go small?
Should be enough.
Yep.
I was gonna say we get to check back some as well.
We do.
He's supposed.
We're checking a lot actually. We're checking more than we're betting.
You know what?
Why
That
though?
makes sense. It does make sense, although
We haven't got the spades like before, have we? So it's kind of like we're done with the hand, really, aren't we? The
No,
hand
it's
can't
we're
improve.
protecting our checking range by checking back our worst top pairs.
yeah, that's what I was gonna say. This might 10-8 does make
Like
makes
sense.
10-8
sense.
suited is the
10-9.
bottom of our calling range here.
Yeah, so
That
probably
makes sense.
I would say your 10-8s, 10-9s would probably always want to do more checking, and then your jack 10s might mix, and then your queen X king ace probably bet.
Yeah.
Um,
Now it's check.
yeah, I think it's probably pure check. Yep.
And
5.
now it's a call.
I think it probably is too. Of
Yeah,
course it is.
We don't
Yeah,
block
he-
spades.
yeah.
Jerk.
Sovereign value on
Sorry,
this.
do you think he's bluffing with the spades?
Well, there's a few
Uh,
busted draws, but
Yeah, but is he gonna bluff ace X of spades when he might want to check call that or check raise that instead? Is he bluffing
Like
queen?
if
king?
we're going to bluff catch, we want spades here. Like if we had like let's say like 6-5 of spades, where we only have like 1 pair, even the worst pair, that's when we want to bluff catch, is when we definitely have the suits that he wants us to fold.
Ace king.
I don't understand that.
someone's saying in the chat that people don't generally check jacks there on that board, and normally they don't, do they? Let's face it.
So the reasoning is that he wants to make you fold 2 cards of the suit, right? When he's bluffing.
Yeah, he's,
Yeah. So if
Again, he's
we
protecting
have
his-
2 spades,
Yeah.
that was just check call, like trying to get to a river to get a flush. He wants us to fold those types of hands. So he himself does not want to have spades when he's bluffing.
Yep.
yes,
So it's really good for us to have 2 spades plus a pair to bluff catch.
right.
I think the jacks
That's
is probably
That's
good to
a
check.
solver thing, Vince.
But I think,
I
Yeah,
tried that.
exactly.
I tried that on real game and almost never worked.
I know, but we're playing against the solver, right? So
Right.
like
So I have a hand yesterday where I have a very strong ace high. I'm clearly flush catching, and I have these suits that's blocking his flush draw. So in my mind, I'm like, I should call here, but it didn't work out.
Well, they're not always bluffing.
They always almost have a nut hand.
Yeah.
Okay,
But
so-
when you bluff catch, you're supposed to lose most of the time.
So
I
ace,
think obviously those jacks can be checked there because obviously you want to be able to protect your checking range in that scenario again, right? So you could check the jacks there. You're probably off betting with the jack of spades, right? Is that what we're all saying?
So the other thing, with the jacks out of position, the in positions player is range is condensed around the 10 and the 9. So it's
Yeah.
more likely he's going to be able to get value from us betting a 10. So it's good for him to check the jacks there.
Yeah, but what about if we've got the jack of spades? Are we betting because we blocked the flush draw a bit more often? Probably.
It's,
Like
it's,
if we got if we
it's a
can
better,
cover,
it's
yeah,
a
if
better
we can
check
take-
raise candidate for value then, I think.
yeah, for sure.
right.
I like checking here.
Yeah, this is a terrible situation.
I'm checking to check call. Actually,
There's nothing wrong with check raising here. I think this is a good spot for a check raise.
Oh no, he's got the nut advantage. We don't have a straight or a flush draw.
we
I think
This
we're
is-
supposed
he
to check
does not
raise
have
on
a
a
nut
lot.
advantage.
No.
I don't think.
No, he doesn't. And we're
Actually,
supposed to
no. Technically, he does because we don't have pocket deuces here.
He has a lot more 9s than we do.
Way more
Right.
9s, right? Because we
Yeah,
don't,
but the 9s that we have are the king 9 suited and ace 9.
Yeah, but
Queen
he
9
also
suited
has
as well.
he
We
also
have
has
the best
queen 9. He has
We've
queen
got
9,
as
jack
many.
9, 10, 9.
9-8.
Yeah, the
We've got as
nine,
many.
He has more 9s, but we have the best 9s.
nine eye boards are really bad for under the gun. Because we
Yeah, I
don't
think-
open any offsuit nine.
No, but we have all the suited 9s.
Yeah, but his range is more condensed toward nines.
I think
Right.
I'm gonna fold. I'm gonna fold this.
I'm not folding it. That's too tight.
I would call. I'm a station.
Oh.
Solver would never fold ace king to a small bet on the
Yeah.
flop.
Yeah, obviously.
What
check
about
it.
if it was a 6, 7, 8 flop? I think we're folding it then, right?
board.
Unless it's like really, really favorable to the player that we're playing against. I don't think it
And-
folds. 9
Right.
deuce, never.
No, never.
So now the board didn't change. So check. Are you guys planning to check call?
Oh,
I'm calling. I'm calling one more.
now I'm folding because the board did change. And that is our ace king is no longer winning. It's splitting with other aces.
True.
Yeah, but
I like that.
we're still
I'm calling
winning
here.
against yeah.
I'm
You're
Still
folding.
calling,
winning
Lou.
against
Call again.
Broadways.
Louis calling.
a
I'm
station.
calling.
I'm folding.
Against the
as well.
solver, I'm calling.
Uh-oh.
Even against the real opponent, I'm also calling here.
33% folds, 100% fold in real life.
It's still like the call.
Alright, so I assume when we check, what are we? We ever do anything? We can't do anything other than check here.
No.
Does lead a tiny bit.
What, 0.5%? Come on.
Well, I mean, like, that's more than I thought. I thought it'd be 100%.
It is 100%.
On such a dry board, we're supposed to call 2 streets then. More often than not, which
Yeah.
is probably, you know.
Oh, one more.
Interesting that he didn't go for thin value there.
Well, there's, yeah. Yeah, really, yeah.
Probably.
He can target.
I mean, what
A
is
lot
he
of
getting
other
called
pairs.
by if he goes thin?
Yeah, but we probably have, we should have some overpairs there that he's not doing.
Yeah,
right
we
against.
have overpair.
It's right in the middle, isn't it? I think it's right in the middle, you know.
This is total trash. Just bet it.
Yeah, I want to bet small here and get auto folds and then give up on subsequent actions.
This is
Make-
just
Makes that
Um,
makes sense.
Wait a
anybody-
minute. Wait. He's got a lot of kings. This range is stronger for him. I think we should just give up on this one. We
Yeah,
still
this
got
is-
showdown value with the ace.
I don't think we
on-
have showdown.
Yeah, we don't should have it value because he's gonna have
This
all,
is
he has so many better
Yeah.
aces.
this
So
is like the
Remember-
worst ace.
Yeah,
I
on
think this is
monotone
from-
boards, we're supposed to check more too, right?
Yeah,
Like
We're
this is
supposed to check.
That's one of the things I learned today. Usually in position, I lean towards range betting a lot here, and now I know it's almost always checking.
so let's check.
100%.
Ooh,
There's never any
Oh.
betting on that board there.
this is spicy.
I mean, just fold.
I mean, I guess it's a fold, but
Yeah, of course it is.
It's an easy fold, I think.
yeah.
Oh, if
Oh,
we
d-
bet, he would have folded.
Yeah, but
We
we're
would've
supposed to
gone.
check on the board.
What,
That's
100%.
interesting. This is total trash and still checks.
Yeah,
I guess.
because it smashes his range to king 10, right?
it is also good at, but does he check like a lot of spade? Well, I guess because it doesn't really matter. Like what spades he has there.
I think we got to give up sometimes. That's all. Not very often, but
I hate giving up. That sucks. All right, threes.
Jamie, you wanna continue or do you wanna give me back?
I'm gonna give it back to you, actually. I'm gonna have to
Excellent.
leave in about 2 minutes, so,
Thanks a lot, man.
alright.
this is a bit like the twos earlier, isn't it?
I don't-
But this time we're out of position. That's all.
Yeah, I would always check here.
Yeah,
There's an ace
Mm-hmm,
on the board.
mm-hmm.
but we're not. But wait a minute, we're not calling though, are we? We're not calling a bet. So shouldn't we be betting here?
Yeah, we're either
We're
gonna
range
check
betting.
fold or bet or
We're range betting, aren't we? Of course we are.
We're not range betting here at all.
We've got the aces, right?
Yeah,
We're
We've got
actually-
more aces.
I don't think we can bet our whole range here, but
I think we have to bet here because we're never check
I
calling.
think we have. So we bet-
How about check folding?
We mostly check here.
That's very passive. Check folding passive, isn't it?
This
Alright,
hand is,
Let's
I
bet.
think
a
this
call.
hand checks fold.
I feel like I need to punt now.
I think we need to punt for sure.
No.
See?
Who's gonna check?
How can we check?
Who
How
convinced?
can we
me?
check and let him bet?
Who can I blame for my mistake?
He's gonna check like a 6.
Yeah,
And then
sure.
we get the 3 on the turn.
Yeah.
But we're never calling a bet, are we? So we just
No, we're
just giving up.
folding.
We're
Yeah, we're
folding.
giving up. We're folding.
Okay.
Sometimes you gotta let him go, I guess.
Right.
I'm gonna make the claim that in this scenario, under the gun versus, sorry, low jack versus cutoff, that there is no board that we range bet from either position.
What spot?
That there exists no board that we range bet.
On this scenario?
Yep, that's what I'm gonna claim. There's no flop we range bet in either
Okay.
position.
Maybe king eye boards, right?
King high boards,
Maybe
Range them. We bet a lot, but we don't range bet.
70%, right? For me.
Why don't we?
betting-
Oh, right, there might be a king high board in there that we do. I'm claiming that there isn't.
You might be right, but why don't we range bet?
Because neither of us have a strong range advantage, a strong range advantage on any board. We have range advantages, but none of them are that strong because our ranges are similar.
Yeah, you're right. We're close. It's not like it's big blind against under the gun and that, is it?
Exactly.
yeah.
Our range, like,
There's a lot of 53, 47, 55, 45 type boards, and generally you
Yeah.
don't range bet those
like-
boards.
it's like, yes, he doesn't have aces and we do, but he has an ace a lot.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
50, yeah, so like 52, 47, yeah, 50.
Yeah.
And some of those figures as well were so close. It was saying, you know, like bet was like there was a 50-50 when it was a bet or check, wasn't it almost?
That's why, yeah, so that's why just saying that, get that out of your mind when we look at it, go, well, I want to range bet this board. I think you don't. I think
Yeah.
everyone you have to divide, you have to do the 4 buckets and do it.
Sounds like somebody's getting better.
Makes a lot of sense.
49.88. Yeah,
What's that you're looking at there, Louis?
equities, global equities for,
That's the spreadsheet that the graph came from.
Wow. So the equities are real close.
49.50, like on the other report, it's like 52.48.
Yeah, what's the max? Sort it by equity, so we see what the max is. Sort it by column D. You know how to do that?
Don't work too hard, JB.
I'll do my best.
Just go, go to the top of this, go all the way to the top of the spreadsheet. You know, to row 1, just slide down to there. So we see what the header rows look like.
Just a second.
So whenever we're playing position head against position heads up, and we are some way around, some close on the table, we have to know that the ranges are going to be close.
So
The equities are going to run close.
yeah, put your cursor where it says OOP equity.
When you open from under the gun and then the next guy calls you, that's when it's too tight ranges. You don't get
Yeah.
to just go bonkers and bet.
No, we can't really range bet anyone who's in a seat next to us or 2 seats next to us, can we? Not really.
I think
As you
unless
say.
it comes like deuce, then
So
yeah,
around all the flops, our equity barely goes above 50% on
Wow.
all, like 55,
It
maybe
was a 55 there.
56.
Ace
Well,
jack,
that's real interesting. You've
ace
got
of
to play
spades,
really
jack of
tight.
spades, and a spades is really good for us. And do you want to range bet ace of spades, jack of spades, 10 of spades? No. Oh, there's a 60. There you go.
That's still not great though, is it?
No.
It's really close.
60 is great. 60 is great. You can range bet a 60.
60 is great, man.
60 is
When
great.
you tell me I have 60% equity, dude.
Yeah, you print money with that, but
Yeah, 60
it
is
doesn't
great.
look like it happens very often though, does it?
Nope.
Where is the 60? I lost it, but I now
Oh,
found.
it's ace
59.
jack. So,
Found a 59.
yeah, I mean, if you want to find it, do control F60.
Hang on, I want to find it here
Okay.
on the flop. Because I wanna take a quick peek. Board, oh no, I broke it. Hello? Is there a hard drive here? Sorry to bother you, sir, but I'd like to get boards. Hello?
What's that?
There it
What's
goes.
that, Louis?
I'm talking with my hard drive.
Oh,
Frozen.
Alright.
Hard drive's working too hard.
Yeah,
Something like ace jack 10, I think, and it was monotone.
ace, jack, 10,
Yeah, hit that, let's see what that, see that one.
monotone.
I think it was. I just what I thought I saw as it zoomed by.
That's a 54,
Okay, I'm wrong.
but we got a 59 here.
yeah, there was a 59 too, yeah.
Ace, king, jack.
Rainbow.
That's the one.
Ace, king, jack, rainbow.
And we still, that's the closest thing to a range bet board that we have.
But we can't really, we probably still not ranging it. We range betting with threes there. We were, weren't we?
Yeah,
Still.
we could range bet that board. Because I mean, 6-7 is the only one you don't want, is the only one you don't want to. So screw it.
But what does the solver say about betting threes there? Does it,
Yeah,
you know, what's the frequency?
Mostly bets.
You can do it.
Right,
Okay, so whenever it's like three high cards, equity is in our favor. Like,
Ace, queen, 10, same, yeah, is up in the 58s. Okay, I was wrong.
way
There are
more,
boards that we range bet.
which would mean that my oldest graph should work here.
definitely one with a king on it more as well, wasn't it? It was saying we better more kings and less queens.
Ace, Broadway, let's see. Ace connected. So this suggests that there is no ace high boards we really range bet, but ace Broadway would be one of them here. What else can we see? 44.
Oh, Acevedo.
You kind of want to give up there with your pocket threes though, don't you?
Yes, sir.
Anyone else feel that way?
Okay. What do you guys wanna do now?
Pretty disgusting.
Yeah. I don't know. Check, I guess.
Check.
Well, we do it, yeah. This is a close one, I think, isn't it?
King eye
Let's think
board are
about-
good for him.
It's good for him, but he's checked it. Yeah, probably
Check.
checking it. Yeah, check again, isn't it?
Yeah, check again.
Oh,
Check.
Let's do queen 10.
sixes. We killed it. Perfect play.
Yeah,
Never goes like that in the real world. That guy bets the sixes at some point.
yeah. And we probably end up folding the best hand.
And
Yep.
no, we call. Have
Take a
bet.
look. Do we call that river? Let's say he waits till the river and he bets half pot.
I don't even think we can call the turn, can we?
I
With the
think
king and the
what
10
So
out
if he
there.
only bets the river. If he
You,
goes check, 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 check.
you need to make an exploitative adjustment based on your opponent. If he never bluffs, always fold.
Hmm.
But this is a spot where if it's me betting, you're better calling sometimes.
Let's see that small.
Really?
It's either betting small or checking.
Yeah, that's good.
And then,
Size
I
up.
think we size up on a draw heavy board now.
nope.
No, it's checking. I think he
Oh,
wants to go for a check raise.
Right.
Alright.
call?
All in.
That's a bit,
Get him to fold his bluffs.
that's a little bit.
I really don't know. I really don't know what
No.
to do here.
I know,
Like,
you don't want to see another half.
This guy has a set and we're gonna pay him his money. Go
If
all
he
in.
has a
Yeah.
set, we're gonna pay him his money. We're gonna pay him his
Yeah.
money.
Pay him his money.
Seems to be.
Oh, it does go all in.
Oh.
This is like the easiest all in of my life.
Oh my god.
And cooler.
See, the solver was getting
big
salty that we were
blind.
owning it, so it had to cheat.
We lost 60 big blinds. You know what? What's that gonna do on our tracker?
We
Gonna
should have
make us-
lost those 60 big
How are
blinds.
we gonna show a positive EV here for the day?
This is that
Wow.
time when you say at least my adjusted BB per 100 is
Ah.
high.
Look at this. We're beating
Yeah.
the solver really, really hard today. We're destroying him over 14 hands. I've never seen that.
We're killing it.
Yes, but
Are
what
we
our actual-
destroying him?
but our actual earnings are terrible.
Absolutely destroying him. He's only yielding 25 in EV. We're capturing 75.
All right, good. Call.
Hang on. Wait a minute. Let's not be too hasty.
We're gonna have to find some deep stack tournaments to play.
It's a king high board. Yeah, I guess you could call, but we have got a. Yeah, it's got to be a call, hasn't it?
Do we ever raise here?
Nah.
No,
Not against a big bet.
oh yeah,
Oh, look at
Ace
that.
queen is the best hand that we can have here, right? That's is our
That we-
best high card hand. So
that
I
we
think
call.
just call.
Yeah. And we nailed it again with destroying the solver. Look at this.
Hope we get
I
some
think we just, I think we
149
just,
set up for a shove.
Yeah, I think we bet big.
or pot.
yeah.
Yeah.
Bet big. Holy
The solver
Christ.
folded ace jack.
Folded ace jack.
Oh,
And he
ace
doesn't-
jack. I thought he had two pair.
That's why
No.
we're destroying him, because he folds ace jack.
He's a net.
I
All the
want to
solvers
ask
say
you guys if
pyramid.
you guys are able to fold ace jack there.
No,
I
What are you
probably would've-
talking about? That's
I
the
probably-
easiest fold of my life,
Yeah.
quoting you.
Yeah, I fold there.
You
I fold
open,
there.
king 10x, and then you bet big into a position player. He called you, and then turn completes all kinds of straights. You check, and he bets big. You have second pair. Come on.
Yeah. Not only that, you could already have it, and it could be free rolling as well.
Like for me to call, I need to have second pair with. Well, we have the nut straight draws there, and the nut and the flush draw. Then I would call.
It's horrible with top two pair even there. To be honest, it's a horrible spot, isn't it? If you're
Having
if you,
ace jack there is like brutal.
yeah, I think that's an easy one. What if you got top two pair there? What was the top two? King.
king jack.
It was
King
like
jack.
I think
king
this is an
10
easy
X
check
and then jack
call.
on the turn. So if you had king jack, you're kind of screwed. But he had ace jack. He still had. So he got second pair, and then he has a redraw to the nut straight.
But now here, tell me. Do you check raise?
think-
or check call?
No, I think this is an easy check call, right?
Well, but paired
Mm.
boards, we defend by check raising more often. So,
That's from the big blind, dude.
oh, okay, never mind. Then, yeah.
I can have a lot of queens here. We surround the queen. Yeah, I think
Yeah, I think we're supposed to call one.
I like check raising here.
I agree.
I
think
I
this is
think
a
we're
good spot
supposed to
check
call one.
raise.
I'm quite sure we're not meant to check raise. We got the back door. Oh, yeah.
I don't know. I don't like check raising here, but I think if the solver is gonna check raise, is gonna check raise with an immediate flush draw. Like ace king of spades, ace 10 of spades.
I don't
ace
know,
jack
because
of
you don't want to get
spades.
knocked off that equity. You don't want to get shoved on.
I actually think it would do it because it has the most equity. I think
You're right. If we raise here and he jams, this is a good hand to see a turn card.
If we raise here and he jams, it's easy to fold.
Yeah,
If we had the spades and we raise, we don't want to fold that hand because we have immediate equity.
when we're done, let's look at this one. But now we check. And
I think we're giving up
fold.
now.
now we give
I
up.
think so. I think we had to call one and that was it.
go and look and see what we check raise on the flop.
But first we're gonna fold to stupid flush.
We've owned him again anyway.
Yeah, if we check raised him, we would fold there anyway. I mean, he would have called and then got there. All right.
Go look at the flop, what we check raise. I think we would just check raise with immediate, with the highest equity flush draws.
We're already slipping here.
No, I think we check raise the worst flush draws because we don't mind if we get jammed on with the worst ones. We can fold them.
Yeah, and the backdoor flush draw is the worst flush draw, right? We don't want to check jam or we don't want to check raise our spades.
We got a backdoor flush draw there though with the ace jack, but it was a pure check. A pure call, sorry.
Click on the heart instead of the spade.
The heart
Click on
does,
the,
does a
click
little
on
bit
the
of it with the king
spades.
highs. And the spade, the hearts do it a little bit with the king highs.
Wow, look at the motion here. How do you raise king jack but fold ace five?
Yeah, see, that's the weird part for me. It's like I
'Cause we
don't
got the
understand
blockers.
these blocker
Because
properties.
king jack blocks more of the queens.
Yeah, I think so.
Sure,
we'll
but
be-
don't you wanna have like the backdoor straight and the backdoor flush, the nut? It doesn't.
No, but it
matter
also,
what nut,
it
it's like,
also wants to block king, queen and queen jack.
it
But we're
prefers.
blocking ace queen.
Yeah, it prefers
and
to
queen
block
jack.
the queen rather than have the nut draw.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the king.
So
is
if you go
high.
to the spade, does it check raise most of the stronger spades?
It's mixing
Yep.
really hard with everything.
Yep, it's the ace high.
Low
The ace
ones
highs
are
do it
not
much more
doing
than the
it.
low ones.
See,
It
the
calls,
weaker ones are not, the weaker ones are not check raising.
Nope.
no,
Yeah.
Ace
they want-
four,
It's
ace
one
four
and
is check
overcard.
raising more than ace king and ace
Uh,
jack.
We mostly defend by calling here.
is that because it's a paired board? That's
It-
why, isn't it?
Yeah. And
If
this
it wasn't
scenario,
paired, it'd be a different story, I think. If it wasn't paired, Louis, how would that change? Because I'm quite sure if it's not paired, we are check raising. I think that's the reason why we're calling that, because it's a paired board to hit our flush. Does anyone else think the same? That if it's not paired, we check raise the worst flush draws?
So you're thinking like queen 7-3 or queen
Yeah.
10.
Yeah,
If it's not paired, we.
because he's
raise.
never going away if he's got the queen, right? If we check
Exactly.
raise the flush draws, but if it's not paired, then maybe
I agree with the accented gentleman.
our backdoor here plays the same. Maybe
Alright.
this is different. But that's
we're
it.
still just calling then.
Yeah.
Even
Yeah.
on, I'm surprised. I thought we'd
We're
raise our
raising-
worst ones.
Raising less.
It wants to raise with the king 9 and the king 8 again with the more blocker oriented stuff than ace 5, ace 4, ace 3. Right?
Yeah.
Range.
But you wanna see something else?
No, it's good.
Don't understand why we wouldn't raise our worst flush draws on a unpaired board, because it's got no showdown value. So I don't get it. I mean, you'd like them to fold out there and then, right? Then we've got like 6, 7 high flush draw. Hmm. Wow. I think it's a pure call, right? Man, we
Yeah.
can't just fold. That's a bit nitty.
I think that's a snap fold.
Do you think so?
If you bet small.
Have we
call.
got any snap folds? We're supposed to call for sure.
65?
Our range really wants to call a lot of not because we have a lot of 9s and 10s here, but it's a big bet from them.
Yeah.
So it's very strange. Like I
I
wouldn't
think it's
expect
still-
them to have this.
I think we
That's
still
solid
peel
board.
one. I think we still peel one time.
I think we probably do, but it is a big bet. You're right.
Yeah.
Okay, but you guys are playing the rest of the hand, right? I'm
Well,
just,
now it's a fold.
Peel,
That's
you
a fold.
nit.
Peel to a
What's a
2
fold?
outer.
No. On the flop, we peel.
yeah, what about here?
Oh my god.
No way.
yeah,
No
we
way.
I
turn
think
the
the
gutter.
8's bad for us, so we fold now.
Yeah.
yeah,
we
we
could
fold
we could
now.
already be dead anyway.
It's a
We
bad
could already
gutter.
be dead anyway. But why are we not peeling on
Oh,
that
we're
flop?
supposed to call. Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Playing
So-
up now.
Can I see the runner? What are we supposed to do on an 8? Because that's like a reverse out.
I think on an 8, when he bets, we just put the money in, I guess.
No, like on the river. So like it's a 6 on the turn and an 8 on the river. Like what are we supposed to do?
I don't know.
No, 8. And let's just say he bets.
He does not bet very much here.
Yeah, the
Doesn't
combo
he?
that does bet is
Say he
king. Queen.
bets small.
Call it off.
We're calling. What about all in?
You realize you have the straight, right?
Yeah, I know, but we have the worst straight.
Yeah, we have the idiot end, but there's more folds in there.
If he
What does the
rips
solver
it,
do with the
or
straight?
if he rips it, what is this now? Pot size. 30 big blinds more. You should fold probably. You can call, you're gonna make 3 chips on 1,126. If you're into this, yeah.
Louis, going back to the flop, there was a big bet, right? And it was big. And the solver said fold.
Hell are
If
you
it was a
doing,
small
Joe?
bet,
No,
If it was-
the
if it was a
solver
small bet-
said- The solver said call.
on the flop, it said fold, right?
No,
No,
it's a
no.
call.
80% call.
Oh, right, okay. I thought it said fold.
I
Oh,
want
we're
to
not
fold,
folding the flop with
But
To-
this
to
one.
pair.
sometimes we get like a backdoor straight with this kind of madness, so how could we ever fold?
Sure. No, I thought it was a bit nitty. I just thought it said it to fold to the
It's so
big
far
bet.
fetched that I never thought about 8 and 6 here, so.
Mm-hmm. Okay, that's good. Because I would have
If
called
it's,
otherwise.
if it's ace, king, 7, then we fold 5s when he does this, but we don't fold when it's 9, 9, 7.
Ah, that's right, makes sense.
What
Okay.
the hell do we do here?
Checking,
Out of position. This is one of them boards, isn't it? This does smash our range, but we're gonna
You
check
check-
call. What are we gonna do? Wow, we're not giving up with this hand. We know that. So how are we gonna play it?
I
check.
think we either bet or we check raise.
If we bet he raise, what are you gonna do?
Yeah, you're
Call.
right. Yeah.
You're
Call.
up to good here. Sounds
This
like
is
you're
this.
up to no
this is
good.
On these,
a tough spot.
yeah,
Tough spot.
Oh,
We should have bet it.
we looked at it earlier. It was ace, king, like a 2 broadways type of board. Out of position was betting them. We have equity advantage here when there's 2 broadways like this. Ace high connected boards, kind of. Have equity advantage as the under the gun.
What about if he
I
raises
think
then?
We were looking at ace, king 10, I think. Remember?
He's
Yeah,
not gonna raise you that often. On
but if
his
he
board.
does, we're just folding.
Yeah.
No, we're calling. If you raise, how many times have you seen the solver? It never folds the gutter versus a raise. To the nuts, it doesn't ever fold. Not on
Okay.
the flop, it does not.
Right, so.
I think we
for
keep
fun,
checking here.
Like here,
Keep checking.
we want to bet a little bit, but let's see on the flop is, what if it was ace, 5 deuce? We'd never bet, right?
Wait, are we not betting on ace king?
We are, but
Yeah,
on
we
ace,
are.
5 deuce with a flush
We
draw,
are.
no, the wheel was a lot of checks, I think. Right on the chart.
yeah.
I think we
Oh,
should
the
bet
wheel,
now.
the wheel, right.
65.
Ace, 5 deuce. See, ace, 5 deuce, pure check. And then when there's 2 high cards, ace, queen, 3.
Yeah, I like the fact you're putting the queen in now. I like to see that instead of the king.
Oh, because the king is one of the best card for us.
Yeah, the queen's one of the worst, isn't it? So we check
Yeah.
on the queen.
Queen is not so good.
Hmm.
If we see from our graph here,
Pure bet with a king, pure check with a queen.
the king is really good. The ace is okay. The queen is better than the ace. So, oh, on the other board, we had both a king and a 10, right? Let's look at king 10 something. I think that's gonna be one of the best boards for under the gun.
King 10.
Yeah. King 10-4.
King 10-4. Yeah, more betting.
Boom. And then say we bet small, he calls, a 10 comes on the turn, boom. Polarizing. What if a king comes on the turn? Polarizing. What about a general turn? Okay, and what about the heat map? Lots of cards are good for us. Not the broadways. Alright. We hit it.
Keep
Well,
checking.
we should check, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, keep checking.
We can let him bet now.
Checking.
Yeah.
I think we got a check raise here, right? We had a
How
similar
do you
scenario.
Take your.
No, I think we just check call.
Hmm,
Bet small.
What do you wanna do with your busted flush draws?
over bet the pot. I was thinking that.
Yeah,
I like
see
it,
that.
Louis. I like it.
I don't know, I would go at 100 at best.
Why not over bet it? I like over betting. We're gonna do it with the nuts and air. This is polarized.
This is not good,
Mm.
Barry.
No, it's checking.
It's
Checking.
checking.
is saying-
Look at
Yeah.
this,
Checking. What do you-
look at this. We were ahead, Barry, before you said.
How are
No,
we
because his
checking?
range. No, because his
Twice.
range is really super cap. Like our range look like it's super cap. His range looks like it's super cap. You check here, he might bet a hand like king 10, then you could check raise him.
But he already checked one street. We're gonna allow him to check
Two
behind again and not get no value.
Yep.
Yeah, but what about the rest of your hands? If you have pocket nines, pocket eights, pocket 6, 7, all the way to 5s, you're gonna check, right? So most of your range wants to check.
Right.
Well, with him
Well,
having
maybe-
pocket tens, there he is, double blocker to the nut straight, and we've shown all kinds of weakness. Right? I think there's a good chance he can try and push us off with a queen or a king with an overbet himself.
Okay.
Right? And like we don't get any it's hard for us to get called.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he has a lot of the lower pairs like we do. So if we check again, he might bet a hand like, I don't know, ace 9, then we could check raise.
What about
Yeah.
this one? This is a bet, right? Bet big?
Yeah.
You
this is
tricked
just-
me, Louis, anyway. You tricked me. You said, what would I do with my busted flush draw?
Nines.
You tricked me into it.
Yeah,
I don't think we go 100. I think we go 65,
30.
Small.
30.
Yeah, in position, we don't seem to be betting very often, the kind of big bets we used to do in general.
We're going with it. We're losing.
We're-
We're happy to go broke, basically, right?
I think
Oh,
we're just
those
gonna
big
get
ones?
stacked here.
Yeah, so
We're just gonna get stacked by queens through aces.
and sets and the flushes that get there. So call.
Raise it back?
No,
Oh,
I think-
No,
Oh, keep him in bluffing. Keep his bluffing.
No.
I don't think. I think we only call two. We could already be behind here.
Come on,
So we
guys.
just,
We don't care if we're behind because we're willing to lose all our money.
What if
The
the,
whole-
the ace comes here? Ace of
That's
spades.
bad. That's bad.
So
Yeah,
let's
like-
raise now.
Get it in while we're likely ahead,
Yeah,
Okay.
right? Like he could have ace nine here. He
could
could
be
have
right.
9 high hearts.
yeah, screw this guy when we're
It's
raising.
a tough one. Could be getting cooler.
Nope. Let's just try to get all the money in.
That's all on ULP, man. You're punting all our EV out.
We're
Oh
calling
my
them.
god. They always have kings or aces. I don't get it.
So what happens if an ace comes? Maybe we get away from our jacks.
Alright then.
You wanted to know.
Oh, or maybe he slows down his kings.
Yeah, he does, actually.
Hmm. I don't think we played that hand particularly well.
I think Louis and me are outside the noodle buffet looking for a free meal.
Yeah, free meal, please. And then 60 bigs, we can re-enter.
Ugh.
So we hit the buffet. and
Stacked-
then
We got
we
stacked
buy.
twice. We're never gonna. we're never-
Whoever made the noodle buffet comment, are you from Canada?
Yeah.
Have you been to Casino Rama?
No.
All right.
Do they have a famous one there?
They have a noodle buffet that's right next to the poker tables.
I was thinking
Should
of the
we-
Venetian.
What
The
is a noodle buffet? I've never
Playground
heard
in Montreal has a free restaurant that is like 5 stars. Right next to it.
Pizza Rama.
You can order whatever you want, like they give you a regular menu if you play 1-2. And if you play 2-5 or 5-10, they give you like a deluxe menu. It's funny,
Wow.
and everything is free.
Going back to that Jack's hand, when he check raised us there, if by calling we keep him in with his bluffs, right? Which is what we want to do.
I'd never do that.
I know they need a bit of protection, but
Let's,
you don't think that's a good idea to keep him in with worse?
No, because they always realize their equity when they do that.
all right, let's see. Because I thought that it
we
did
not
do
have
that.
jacks? Where is our jacks? How-
We had-
The Jacks wants to call.
Right, so we
Doesn't
call
want
a
to
jack,
re-raise.
he bets. And we call. Oh, we bet.
He check raised, didn't he? Yeah, he check raised.
Yeah, he checks, we bet, he raises. And he raises
I think
small,
we should probably call, right?
and the jacks disappeared. What the hell?
Alright, so it starts off because we're never betting big with jacks.
Alright, let's bet the small.
Bet small, raise.
Call, then the ace comes.
Which one?
So that
Ace
was a
of diamond.
mistake. That was a mistake because we want to keep him in with his bluffs as well, don't we?
Pure check now.
His bluffs like are gonna have good
Right, I
equity
mean-
against our jacks though
And
too,
he's gonna, he's likely to check behind there with his kings.
right? Because his check raises are gonna be with spades.
I
Right?
think
And-
in general, you want to call with
You're
the
doing with
Jacks
kings anyway.
if you're
Oh,
in
oh, he's in.
position.
Oh, he's in position, okay.
Okay,
Right?
if we're
So
out
we're-
of position, I think we're more likely. to there.
Okay, so we can actually get away from trouble cards when we have like queens. In position equity here. Really bad equity with these type of hands, alright? Fun to look at.
I don't know what to do with this damn board.
So this seems to be the solver's favorite check raise.
How
This
many
hand is
fives do we have?
Only ace five, king five. But a couple of times that it's check raised us with this specific hand, king, queen. So I
I
think
would-
it's gonna
I
see some
wouldn't-
check raises,
yeah.
but I probably wouldn't check raise in game myself.
I would not object to that. Though I think
This is
Queen
one of the
Jack
best ones.
I think
'Cause we
Queen
got
Jack is a little bit better though, because
We got no showdown value. Not really. Not if he bets. We don't want to call him.
Yeah.
So are we going to give up if he bets? We're not going to just call right behind his bet. I think we check raise this one.
Yeah, I think part of it is because he doesn't have his lot of ace king. So
Check or bet the pot?
Check the flop.
You guys wanted to check raise?
I would have check raised it, Louis.
here we go. Let's punt.
How big?
What?
How
check
big?
raise is bigger.
Yeah, bigger. It's not punting very much EV here. Really close to
What?
the,
It likes to check raise, no?
yeah, the 5x size. Say we check raise 5x and we get this type of turn, we just pure give up, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Now we can fold.
Mm-hmm.
But it liked the check raise with
Yeah.
that hand.
Yeah.
We didn't have nothing to lose by check raising, I guess.
That hand.
Right, so we could like, what do we have? King, queen off?
Yeah, the king of diamonds, queen of clubs.
This is our strategy on each turn card.
Yeah, on the turn.
Okay.
We're trying to dodge a heart. Or a spade.
So we're gonna continue to bet on sixes,
Diamond.
fives,
Diamond,
broad
because we have the king of diamond.
Broadway cards.
So we're like bluffing here with one high diamond with a hand that has no equity. Just by blocking the back doors of our opponent.
Wow.
That's a bit savage.
Well, it likes the king of diamonds more.
And it
But
does
not the
the
queen.
same thing with the queen of clubs. Like blocking the clubs here. If the club, so that means if one of the backdoor comes and you have a card of the suit, we're gonna barrel.
Particularly if it's higher or lower, right? Like you want the Broadway cards or you want the deuce 3 here.
Yeah, we're like bluffing the backdoor. I mean, the
Because
backdoor is already a bluff, but bluffing having the backdoor is just insane.
But we want to have the blocker. Is that what we're saying?
we're blocking his
Bluffing the
continuing.
backdoor
Yeah,
Right.
with a single high card of the backdoor.
So if we got the queen or king of spades here, we're barreling.
And look at him, he called off that check raise and then he bet again
Yeah,
with king jack.
That is savage, but that's because we size too small.
yeah,
yeah, did he fold to the 5x size?
yeah. Sure he would.
Oh, what the check raise size should have been 5x
Yeah,
and not 4x. Is that what we're saying?
no, he's calling with this king jack of clubs. Or he's for sure
no.
calling when he has the backdoor flush. at least.
Yeah, the
Right.
clubs is the one he doesn't want to call.
But we bet small and he rolled a high number.
Yeah, when you bet small, you just call.
Isn't that
Right.
weird that the spades do something different than, that the spades did something different than the hearts there?
Pure call.
Last one and we're gonna wrap it up.
Okay,
Pure call. Let's let him fire.
Yeah. Now what?
bet, we bet. And he folds, but we do bet.
Yeah. And we're calling a raise.
That's
Oh,
good job.
Oh, we're calling a raise, we're not shoving?
No,
No, because our hand can still improve to the nuts. Wow, it's got loads of potential still in it, right?
Yeah, we're never folding. I just meant,
Yeah, and we could always shove on the river too, right?
yeah, that's true.
We want him to shove us.
Give him one more chance to punt.
All right.
Alright, that was a good session.
And a little bit of checking there. Okay.
Great job, guys. See you
Good
next
job.
week.
See you later, gents.
You guys
See you
are
on- See you on Monday after Louis runs that hand.
Yes, sir.